Welcome back, you guys. It's your girl Forever Jacqueline here. Today's video will be a voiceover. I'm basically doing a monochromatic look with just using my favorite color, orange. So right now, let's just go ahead and get started. Right now, I will be using my favorite tried and true foundation, which is the L'Oreal True Match in the color N8. I'm just going to be blending that all over the face. I wanted to do a voiceover because I just wanted to listen to music while I did my makeup. So alright, so I'm just going to be blending this in all over the face here, just making sure that everything is seamless. I'm using the Morphe blending brush, y'all know, the red one, so that's the one I'm going to be using here today. So I'm just going to be blending that over the skin, and then I'm going to be following that using the Elf Hydrating Camo Concealer. I like this concealer because it's creamy and it's like bright for me, for my skin complexion. It doesn't dry out, so I can actually let it stay on for a while. That's why you see me doing one side versus the other side. I'm doing my nose, I'm putting it on my actual forehead itself. So I'm just going to be blending that in. So basically, I'm just going to be blending this all over where I basically concealed. I'm just pressing it. I'm not pressing it really hard. I'm just gently pressing this where I concealed. So I'm going to be doing the same thing to the other side. I'm basically just checking, making sure that this is blended. Normally this does take me about a good 2 to 3 minutes. I'm just sitting here concealing, listening to music, just making sure that everything is pressed into the skin. But you know, we got to make sure that everything is blended, you know. So I'm just doing the same thing to my forehead, same thing to my nose. I just keep checking just to make sure that everything is basically blended. Alright, so basically now I'm just doing the same step. I'm just putting some on my chin so I can go ahead and highlight that area too. This normally takes me about a good 1 to 2 minutes, so I just like to make sure that everything is blended into the skin. Like, you guys, please take your time. It does not matter. Just make sure you blend this into the skin so y'all can be looking seamless. You know what I'm saying? So moving on, I like to use the KVD Golden Brightening Powder. I love this, you guys. I swear by this. Please go get it if you do not have it. I mean, go run to Sephora and go get this. So basically, I'm just going to be using this on the places I concealed. So that's basically on my eye, on the bridge of my nose, like down my nose, on my forehead, on my chin. And I'm going to be I'm baking. I'm going to be letting this sit here. I'm going to be cooking, y'all, like we cooking some cookies. So basically, I'm going to be just letting this sit here, and then I move on to basically. So as I bake, I like to move on to my eyes. What I'm doing now is I'm just putting down a base shade. I'm using the Benefit Hoola in the color Toasted, just to put that down as a first shade, because my eyelids, they're really shiny and I like them to look matte before I go into my eyes. So I'm just going to be using that as a base shadow. I'm using the Alamar Cosmetics Spanglish palette today because it has some oranges in it that I like. So I'm going to be looking through it, as right now I'm just trying to figure what color I'm going to be using. But I also wanted to show you guys what base coat I used, which was the Hoola in Toasted. I'm going to be using the Morphe M514 to put that down, to put the base coat down. That's what I was using before. So this is one of my favorite crease brushes, and this is basically what I'm just going in, putting that down first. So basically all I'm doing is I'm building the color up slowly by slowly. Right now I needed something on my lips. I should have put this on earlier, but I'm just putting some lip balm on because I just needed some type of moisture on my lips. Yes, girl, put that thing on. Whoo, child. So then I'm just going to be going back to my eyes. I'm just going to be using the Morphe 514 back in with the Hoola Toasted, just to keep building and building that up into what I like to have the color built into. So I'm just going to be blending and blending into the crease. That's all I'm doing. Make sure y'all take y'all time. You do not have to rush while doing this step. I'm doing the same thing to the other side. I'm just putting into the crease. Just going back and forth. I'm dipping it in, adding color by color. Now I'm going into the Alamar Cosmetics Spanglish palette. I'm going to be using the color Muy Excited for the first color. I'm using the Morphe brush. I'm just using a Morphe brush. I'm not sure which one this is, but I will have everything that I'm listing or everything that I'm using in this video listed in the description box. So basically, I'm just using the color Muy Excited in the crease. I'm using my fingers just to make sure that everything is blended seamlessly. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Like, you guys, don't be afraid to use your fingers. That's why you have them. Y'all see that color? So I'm going to be doing the same thing to the other side. So I'm basically doing the same thing to the other side. I'm just using my fingers to blend in Muy Excited from the Alamar Spanglish palette. Y'all see that color, right? All right. So then I'm going to be blending that in. I'm just blending it in using the Morphe M514 brush just to blend that in, just to make sure that everything is just well blended. Just going back and forth, just blending. And then followed by that, I'm going to be using the Laura Lee Los Angeles. What I'm doing is I'm using another orange shade, the 9 to 5 shade, and I'm just darkening up the crease with that color. I'm going to be doing the same thing to the other side as well, just blending it in, darkening up, blending it in, darkening up, just doing the same pattern to each eye. So I'm going back into the Spanglish palette. Now this is going to be my topper. I'm putting this on the top, which is going to be called Pure Like. I think that is what it's called. It's Spanish. I think that's what it's called. Y'all don't come for me. But yeah, I'm just going to be putting that on the top. It's so pretty, you guys. It's not like a thick glitter. It's so smooth and creamy. It's so pretty. And then I'm just going to be going back. I'm blending the crease. So basically all I'm doing, I'm just using the Benefit Hoola and Toasted and just going back and forth, blending the color into the crease, just making sure that everything is blended to each side. And here I'm just looking at myself because I'm like, this look calls for a wing liner. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. So I'm just, you know, putting on a wing. Nothing new. But this takes some deep concentration. That's why I'm looking dead into my mirror, because I want to make sure that I do this right, because y'all know how wings go. You can either, it's like a make it or break it moment. Yeah, so I'm just filling it in. If you guys want me to do a video on how I do my wings, I can. Just let me know. And now I'm just brushing the Lock It powder away. I'm finished baking, so I like to have that matte look. So basically, after I finish baking, I like to contour my face. I like to use the Benefit Hoola Toasted, the same color that we use for the base of our eyeshadow. Y'all know y'all can use eyeshadow and contouring. Basically, same situation. So I'm just contouring my face here, just to make sure that just everything just needs to be contoured. Just blending it in. I love this color, y'all. And then after that, I'm basically using the same thing. I'm just about to contour my nose, so I'm just going down the sides. I go right where the end, or where I start my brow, and I go all the way down. I don't use a lot of this, so basically I'm just contouring the nose, and then I'm going to just brush away where I use the KVD Lock It brightening powder, and I'm going to be brushing it away using the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin in Y35. And then after that, I'm going to be also just going in with Muy Excited back to the Spanglish palette, just to put some color up under the eye on both sides. And then what I basically use for blush, I'm using the Alamar Colorette Blush Trio in the color Deserted, using the Morphe E4 brush, one of my favorite brushes. I love this color, you guys. And then I'm going to be highlighting the tip of my nose using the Laura Geller in Gilded Honey. I'm just taking that down, putting it on the tip. I'm highlighting as well using the same thing, using my Morphe 501 brush. So basically, I'll just be highlighting my brow bone in the same color as well. I love to highlight my brow bone. It's just one of the things I like to do. Now I'm going to be using the L'Oreal mascara just to put some mascara on. I have little baby lashes, so this is something that I have to do. And then I'm going to be using the Alamar lip liner in the color Coquette. I'm using this all over the lip. Just I'm filling everything in. And then I'm going to be follow that with the Buxom lip gloss in the shade Debbie. And that is basically it, you guys. This is the finished look. I hope you guys like it and enjoyed it. I do want to thank you for showing me so much love on my previous video. I really do appreciate that. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I thank you guys again so much. And of course, your girls gotta go to Snapchat because she was feeling her look. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video.